Hello, the world within is live, and we are, of course, checking out what do you want to have on your survival hunter. It's still early, so note this is before the M Plus has released. It's now the release date 27th of August. The M Plus season will begin on the 17th of September, and then this video will be a little bit outdated because I'm only gonna talk about how you should gear your survival hunter in the early games before the raid or the M Plus comes out. Because of course with M Plus and M raid there will be items that are better than this. But we still have a good set of items that we want to get that are better than others. And today I want to show you that, as well as talents, and roughly going through what you should do to be prepared for when the season hits. So let's start right away. First, what you want to do is, of course, hit level 80. If you've had the early access, you've probably had a lot of time, as I did. I got it. I leveled in like 6 to 8 hours. I did the full campaign. Do that because it's gonna be more campaign coming later. So don't just skip the campaign. Try to make the campaign as quickly as possible, and when you're done, you can just spam dungeons, and then you're up to level 80. You can, for min-maxing, do a lot of side quests. I have, for example, done all the side quests in Isle of Dorn and in the Ringing Deeps. That has put me on 8 and 7 on Council and Assembly, which is like, later on it might give me something. Like I've gotten a few crests I can use already, and you know, Renown is always good in the early game. So, and since we have it Warbound account, it's always nice to do it. It's gonna benefit you in the end. I've also opted for doing some of the side quests when I've been leveling an alt. I have a warrior as well and a priest. So you can opt to do that and don't do everything on one character. That works too, because the renown is split between your warbound. So all the side quests you do while you level another character will come to your main. So it's a good way to do stuff that is boring to do at max level, and you can do it while you level. Then, once you hit 80, there is, of course, the new stuff that we haven't seen before. That is called Dwelves. Dwelves are like a mini dungeon for up to 3 players. There's different tiers right now. There's only up to tier 3, and that can give you with... you can see the difference. Let's see here. Here is a normal Dwelve, Earth Call Mines. And that can give up to 554, which is right now it's too low, I would say. You're in the very early when you're just dinged, yes, then it's good. Just so try to do up to tier 3. But what you want to do is do the bountiful dwelves and use a coffer key. And coffer keys you can get from epic world quest that was here when I did it, but you had to first do 3 normal world quests to unlock it, and when you have it, you get a key, and at the end of a 12, and remember, when you use Bountiful, do it on tier 3, because then you can get a 571 gear. I got lucky, I actually got a weapon from that, and I'm pretty happy with that. It actually has a decent equip status on it as well, so I've gotten a good weapon already, which I'm happy about. But other than that, doing like maybe I think you can get 2 keys. So other than doing 2 bountiful dwelves, right now it's not really no point of doing too many until they release more tiers. So what I've been doing today, since they released this today, it released it today, you can now play heroic dungeons, and heroic dungeons gives 571 items too. So the best way is just spam dungeons, really. Get a group going and spam as much dungeons as you can. Try to take every dungeon on, and of course focus on the ones that can give you some good items. I have not gotten everything, of course. I have gotten most of my slots in 571. So I'm 570 item level without crafting or upgrading or anything, and I'm probably gonna stay it like that because I'm a little cheap here, and I'm gonna save that stuff for later when I actually have more items that I really want to focus on. So for me, I'm happy where I am right now. I mean, I need some items, like I need the wrist here. I don't have the best trinkets. I have a decent one here, but it's not the best by far. And I have okay rings and all that stuff. But I'm gonna show you, of course, what are your best items right now. There is, of course, as you probably know, no, maybe you don't know actually. So I'm gonna explain it. Once the season hits on M+, there will be 4 M+ dungeons that are the War Within related, like the 4 new ones. But we will also have 4 ones that are old. And we have, I think, Mist of Tirnasides, Grim Batol. There's some other ones as well. Siege of Borealis, and I think one more. Necrotic Wake, yeah. And from that, you can actually get, so I think it's either Siege of Borealis or Grim Batol gives you a Beast Trinket, and that is I can show you. That is Cataclysm, I believe. Grim Batol. We want this one, Skardin's Grace. This one is very good. Mastery, as you know, is reworked and is very good for us. And this one is huge for us. So once the season hits, you want to get this one. But for now, let's focus on what you can get. And that is actually from the dungeon Dawnbreaker. You have our best trinket that we can get is from Anub Ikai and gives you Empowering Crystal of Anub Ikai. And it's a equip trinket with your spells and abilities have a chance to get loose a nascent empowerment from your crystal, increasing a random secondary stats by 2.3k. Very good. Most of our stats are very, very good right now. So this is a very good passive trinket that you will need. And probably I consider to upgrade it already because it's gonna stay for a long. This one is also considered once the season hits. This one is still considered your second best trinket. So you want this one with the one from Grim Battle. But as we can't get the Grim Battle trinket right now, we want to get. There are some alternatives. I would maybe consider getting this one. I like this one. This one is from World Quest, actually, I believe. Yes, it is. And you drink from a vial and ascend, and before taking on your powerful form, increasing your agility by 3.6k. And also stats by 593. I think it's really good, and it's a 2-minute cooldown, and it pairs well with coordinated assaults, both for when I'm doing the 1-minute CD and 2-minute CD. So it's a really good trinket, and since the other one from Dawnbreaker is equip, you can still use an used trinket. So my goal is to continue having this one, maybe upgrade it a little bit for now, and then get this trinket, and once the season hit, replace this one with the Grim Atoll trinket. Then, of course, weapon. This weapon that I have now is not the best, but it's also not the worst. So I'm gonna be lazy here as well for now and keep this one. This one I got it from a 12, but the best item to do right now is actually just to craft it. And you can then get, of course, different embellishment and all that stuff. I think you can see all that stuff on Wowhead, but what you want, because that has been simmed by them and going through. But in overall, either craft your weapon if you're unlucky. If you are lucky to either get this one, or there's a weapon in City of Echoes. This one is also very good. I would consider it maybe being the second best weapon right now. And yeah, so if you just want to get decent enough gear to be ready for when the raid hits and the season starts, maybe just farm this one and save your mats to craft other stuff later on. But your choice. I'm gonna stick with this one for now until I have more stuff that I can really upgrade it, my weapon to the max. I think that's my play. Once I have crest of the highest one, and I can upgrade it to the max item level, whatever that is. I think it's 6. Let's see, I actually have this 636. Once I can upgrade it to that, yeah, then I'm good with just crafting my weapon. So it's a good investment to do it already, but you don't have to. So I think it's, double crafting is just one. I already have a decent weapon, so I'm gonna stick to that. Yeah, that was basically it. And of course, stat prio overall is you want a lot of mastery now, and crit. Crit is also very good. And haste has actually fallen off a little bit, so you don't want that as much. And so aim for mostly mastery and crit, and then get some haste verse, and you're fine, I would say. And that, no, let's go to another section. Talents. What talents do you want to have? And of course, there's some deviations. I will first I will say is thank you for watching my previous guide that I posted. It's been amazing to see so many people of you watching it and also liking it and all that stuff. But of course, as with most stuff, it's now a little bit outdated. Once I showed you talents there, we didn't have flanking strike and exposed flank. We have 2 talent points in explosive experts. That was because we had the previous tier set from season 4 that gave us so much focus on all this stuff, so it wasn't really needed as much, and this just flat out wasn't enough. This was better combined with that. But now people have started to trying out more, and also with now hero talents, the new king of the hill is flanking strike. We're having it back again, and it's been reworked. Note that before it was a big hit with you gained a lot of focus. Now it's you do a big hit, and then it gives you 2 flanking strikes, or no, not 2 flanking strikes. It gives you 2 stacks of tip of the spear, and it also benefits better by your tip of the spear beforehand. So you always want to do 1 tip of the spear before clicking flanking strike. That will give it a huge hit. Good combo. And then of course your flanking strike now strikes 2 additional nearby targets and exposes a weakness in your enemy's defense, causing your kill command to hit 2 additional nearby targets for 10 seconds. So more AoE with that, and combined with this one, and you pop your trinket and all, it goes for a pretty big hit, I would say. So remember to always have a tip of the spear stack for that. Other than that, there is of course pretty much standard what I showed you before. I still enjoy the 1 minute CD better than the 2 minute CD, even though I have a 2 minute CD trinket right now. And for raid later on, yes, I will go 2 minute, but for dungeons, I just think it's better to have something that can pretty much use every pack, and combined with, I'm not really sure which one I should play here because I'm liking both of them. But in Sentinel, Sentinel is the go-to heroic talent that you always want to pick. You can pick pack leader when you do like open world stuff, because that's a little bit simpler, and Sentinel requires more. It's better the more targets you have, and it's stationary, and it actually has some health. But there is some choice node, as you know. This one is not necessary for you to just pick whatever here, really. But here you have 2 ones that are actually changed what damage you do with Sentinel. And I should show you, of course. Sentinel is something you like, proc an owl that comes up in the air, and it shoots shoots stuffs on the ground in a circle, and it has a trigger, and it procs from your bombs mostly. I've come to realize that as well, at least, that the bombs are a very good way to always trigger this. But of course, with this one, it's for high keys later on. I think this one is going to be better. Targets your damage below 20 health, gain a stack of Sentinel every 3-6. But then that needs the targets to be alive for a while. And well, while we only have heroic onions, this one is way better. Overwatch. All Sentinel debuffs implode when a target affected by more than 3 stacks of your Sentinels falls below 20%. So it's just big AoE, and yeah, it can go up to pretty nice damage, I would say that. And then either you take Eye Close for guaranteed Sentinel stacks, or you go whenever a Sentinel deals damage, the cooldown of Coordinated Assault is reduced by 1 sec up to 15 seconds. This, I think, gets more value when you do the 2-minute city, but... And this one is, I think, just better with the 1-minute city, because we're, activating Coordinated Assault just way more. So that's how I want to play my hero talents right now. And I suggest you do the same. It does pretty good damage, or very good damage, I should say. I wonder if I have a dungeon up. I have been playing so much dungeons today, so... maybe we can just take... like, here's a boss. Lunar Storm did the most damage. That's insane. And then my bomb swept strike and all. And this is Sentinel damage again. It's insane, actually. So yeah, it's pretty good, and I like it. Yeah, I think that was it for today. Again, this is my talents. This is my main setup of how I want to do. Just spam dungeons, get your gear up to a decent level, and then I would just say maybe prepare another character for when the season hits, because I'm gonna play more characters. I've already leveled 2 more, so I wanna try out a tank and a healer. And right now you don't gain up to a certain point. You don't gain enough to actually spend all the hours to grind. And I think once you have at least reached 570, you're in a decent spot right now until the raid and Emblast hits. And once the raid hits, of course, you will do that and get a lot of stuff. And once more dwells gain new tiers, you will want to do that. Combined with bountifuls to get even better gear, you can get up to a heroic track, which is end game tier. And yeah, I hope you are enjoying it, of course, The War Within. I am for sure enjoying it. I think the leveling has been very fun. The launch has been very clean for once, so thank you, Bliss, for that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the M+ season. I think the dungeons here are very cool, and I can't wait to see them in M+ and see how messy it will get with all the pugs now I'm gonna play with. And if you've enjoyed my video or my content, please subscribe. Helps a long way. We are almost at 600 subscribers, which is huge. I can't thank you enough. Also, interacting with the video, such as liking and comment, gives also, that extra little boost for the algorithm. So if you have anything to say, write it in the comments. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. I'm just sharing my knowledge of my funniest spec in this wonderful game that I'm playing. And I hope that I can inform at least some of you to a positive direction in how you should play this and enjoy it even more. So, with that said, see you in the next video. Bye bye.